Hi my dear students, what we have studied in the previous class, we have studying about the digestion in human beings, isn't it? We studied about the parts of alimentary canal, then we studied about the different types of teeth, then the role of tongue in the process of digestion, and next we are going to study about the next part of alimentary canal, that is the food pipe or esophagus. Food pipe or esophagus. The second part of alimentary canal, that is second compartment of alimentary canal, that is food pipe or it is otherwise known as esophagus. Esophagus, food pipe or esophagus. This food pipe starts from our throat and ends in the stomach. The swallowed food passes through the food pipe. The swallowed food passes through the food pipe, and the food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. The food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. The swallowed food, when we swallow food in our throat with the help of our tongue, and the swallowed food passes through the food pipe. The food pipe runs through our neck and then through our chest, and the food is pushed down through the food pipe by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. Food is pushed down by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. The food pipe moves in a wavy manner. This food pipe moves in a wavy manner when the food passes through the food pipe. When the food passes through the food pipe, the food pipe moves in a wavy manner, and this movement of the food pipe moves in a wavy manner when the food passes through the food pipe, and this movement of the food pipe is called peristalsis. Peristalsis. The movement of the food pipe in a wavy manner is called peristalsis, and this movement continues throughout the alimentary canal. This movement, movement of this food pipe or this movement continues throughout the alimentary canal as the food is pushed downwards. As the food is pushed downwards from food pipe to the stomach, then to the small intestine, and then to the large intestine, this process or the wavy movement continues, and thus the food is pushed down into the stomach. The food reaches then the stomach, and the next part of the stomach is of alimentary canal is stomach. The third compartment of alimentary canal is stomach, and the stomach is a thick-walled bag. Stomach is a thick-walled bag, and its shape is like a flattened J. This is a thick-walled bag, and its shape is like a flattened J. Shape is like a flattened J, and this stomach is the widest part of the alimentary canal. This stomach is the widest part. This is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Once again, the food pipe, it is a pipe that runs along through our neck and the chest, and food is pushed down through the food pipe by the movement of the wall of the food pipe. Food pipe moves in a wavy manner, and during this time food is pushed downwards, and this movement continues throughout the alimentary canal. And thus the food reaches the stomach. And this stomach is a thick-walled bag, and its shape is like a flattened J, and this is the widest part. The stomach is the widest part of the alimentary canal. And this stomach receives certain secretions. The stomach receives certain secretions. It receives secretions from the stomach, that is, the inner lining of the stomach produces the inner lining of the stomach produces what all things? Mucus, hydrochloric acid, and then digestive juices. The inner lining of the stomach produces what all secretions? First one, mucus, second one, hydrochloric acid, and third secretion is digestive juices. So what are the secretions of stomach? The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, then hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. These are the secretions produced in the stomach. And we have to study the function of each secretion. What is the function of mucus? It protects the inner lining of the stomach. This mucus protects the inner, it is produced from the stomach, and also it protects the inner lining of the stomach. We know that our internal organs are so delicate. So to protect these, we eat different types of spicy things, isn't it? So our delicate organ stomach should be protected, and this mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach. And next is hydrochloric acid. Next secretion produced in our stomach is hydrochloric acid, and its function is to kill bacteria that may enter in our stomach through the food. We eat food from different conditions, and it may contain germs, bacteria, etc. And to some extent, all these germs are killed by this hydrochloric acid produced in our stomach. This acid kills the bacteria that may enter in our stomach along with the food item. And next secretion is digestive juices. And this hydrochloric acid has a certain another function also. This hydrochloric acid creates an acidic medium in the stomach, acidic nature in the stomach. Hydrochloric acid creates an acidic nature in the stomach, and also this acid helps the digestive juices to act. The hydrochloric acid helps the digestive juices to act, to perform its function. The digestive juices need the help of hydrochloric acid to do its function. So the hydrochloric acid has three functions. First one, it kills the bacteria that may enter along with the food, then into the stomach. Then it creates an acidic medium in the stomach, acidic nature in the stomach. Then third one, it helps the digestive juices to act, to perform its function. This hydrochloric acid helps digestive juices to perform its function. Next is the function of digestive juices. This digestive juices converts the protein in our food into simpler substances. This digestive juices converts or digests proteins into simple food, helps in the digestion of proteins. This digestive juices helps in the digestion of proteins. That are the functions of three secretions produced in our stomach. Next is the small intestine. The next is the third part of alimentary canal. That is third part of alimentary canal, that is the small intestine. Small intestine. Do you know the small intestine? It is a highly coiled structure present in the lower part of our alimentary canal. It is a highly coiled structure and it is about 7.5 meters long. Note this, it is about 7 point, how lengthy it is? It is 7.5 meters long and it is a highly coiled structure. And it receives secretions from liver. This is the continuation of the stomach. This small intestine is a continuation of the stomach and liver is found on the right side of our upper part of the abdomen. Liver is situated on the upper part of the abdomen and below the stomach there is pancreas. First one is food pipe or esophagus, then the next compartment is stomach, and this stomach opens one end at food pipe and it receives food from the food pipe and the stomach opens into the small intestine. The stomach opens into the small intestine and this small intestine receives secretions from liver, pancreas and also from the inner lining of the stomach. So, small intestine receives what all secretions? Secretions from liver, then secretions from pancreas and secretions produced from the small intestine itself. So, we have to study about the liver. Liver is the largest gland in our body. It is reddish colored, located on the right side of our upper abdomen. Liver is located on the right side of the upper abdomen. It is a reddish colored gland and it is the largest gland in our body. And it produces a secretion called bile. This liver produces a secretion called bile and it is stored in a sac called gallbladder. The liver secretes bile. The juice produced by the liver is called bile and this bile is stored in gallbladder. Above the liver we can see a sac-like structure called gallbladder and this gallbladder stores the secretion bile produced by the liver. And this bile has an important role. It plays an important role in the digestion of fats. This liver plays an important role in the digestion of fats. So, fat is digested by the bile secreted by the liver. Next is pancreas. The next gland helps in digestion is pancreas. It is a cream colored gland located just below our stomach. Just below our stomach there is a cream colored gland. It also produces certain secretions called pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. And what is its function? It helps in the digestion of carbohydrate, proteins and fats into simpler substances. Below the stomach there is a cream colored gland called pancreas. It produces a juice called pancreatic juice. And what is its function? It helps in the digestion of carbohydrates, fats and proteins into simpler substances. Then the partially digested food from the upper part of the small intestine goes into the lower part of the small intestine. When the food reaches the lower part of the small intestine, the intestinal juice starts to act. When the food, partially digested food, when the food reaches the upper part of the small intestine, this pancreatic juice and bile acts on the food and it is partially digested. And when it reaches the lower part of the small intestine, the intestinal juice starts to act and it helps in the complete digestion of the food. Intestinal juice acts on the food and do the complete digestion of food. Here the carbohydrate is converted into simple sugars, fat into fatty acid and glycerol, and proteins into amino acids. Thus the food is completely digested in the lower part of the small intestine. In the lower part of the small intestine, which enzyme acts? Which juice acts? Intestinal juice. Intestinal juice produced by the small intestine itself. Intestinal juice is produced by the inner lining of the small intestine and it converts the carbohydrate into glucose or simple sugar, then fat into fatty acid and glycerol, and protein into amino acids. These are the digestion process take place in the small intestine. Once again, in the lower part of the small intestine, carbohydrate is digested into what? Into glucose or simple sugars. Then fat into what? Fatty acid and glycerol. And then the third nutrient present in our food, that is protein. And the intestinal juice convert protein into its simple form, that is amino acid. Thus the food is completely digested in the lower part of the small intestine. Okay, thus the process of digestion is completed, and next is the absorption that we will study in the next class. Okay, thank you children.